Wabarakatuh. Very good morning to all. Okay, so for our today's class, we are going to learn about the last control structure, which is repetition. Okay, so repetition means that the program needs to perform one or more actions repeatedly while a certain condition is true. Okay, as you can see in this flow chart, okay, in this diamond box we have our condition. If the condition is true, then it will perform statement 1. Okay, and then it will do the same actions again and again until the condition is end. Okay, or the counter that we set already reach. Okay, the repetition will occur in two different types of controller. Okay, so first is counter controlled, second is sentinel controlled. Okay, so these two types of controller, okay, have certain differences, and we will see in the examples that we have. Okay, so how do we write the problem analysis for repetition? Okay, in our pseudocode that we will learn later, okay, normally the repetition will use the while statement. Okay, and first we need to see the counter controlled repetition. Okay, as usual, before we write our program, we need to do a problem analysis. Okay, we need to determine the input, process and output. Okay, so for the input, we need to determine what kind of input in that problem. Okay, and then output. Okay, what output we need to display, okay, in that problem. And then process. Okay, since this is a repetition, we need to put the words repeat first. Okay, repeat. Okay, what is our input to find the output until, okay, what is our condition. Okay, this is the general form of the statement for process. Okay, okay, now we see example 1. Okay, for counter controlled, okay, the program needs to the program needs to print welcome to KMJ for 10 times. Okay, so first we need to determine the input for this program. Okay, actually this program we don't need any input. Okay, we just want to display the words welcome to KMJ for 10 times. Okay, so our IPO analysis will have, okay, so input, okay, you just write no input. Okay, and then our output 10 messages of welcome to KMJ. Okay, and then our process, okay, repeat message welcome to KMJ for 10 times. Okay, so dekat sini tak ada input yang diperlukan. Okay, means that bila user masuk program tu, dia just tekan enter and then word welcome to KMJ akan displayed lah. Okay, for 10 times. So this program will repeat word welcome to KMJ for 10 time. In this problem, okay, we need to specify how many times the program need to do the loop. Okay, so here is 10 times. Okay, so this is counter control. Okay, we need to specify the number of loop. Okay, itu maksudnya counter control. Okay, how many times tu we dah how many times tu kita dah tahu. Okay, okay, then kita tengok example 2. Okay, find and display the average of 4 number for 7 times. Okay, still in counter control for 7 times. So we need to specify the counter 7. Okay, counter equals to 7. Okay, ini example kalau saya ada 7 students and then saya nak masukkan quiz, 4 quiz for each student, and then find the average of 4 quizzes. Itu contoh lah. Okay, saya ada 7 orang student, saya nak masukkan 4 quiz. Okay, dan kira average untuk setiap tu. Okay, so apa kita punya input? Okay, of course 4 numbers. Okay, number 1. Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, and then what is our process? Okay, we need to repeat, okay, this number, all this number for 7 times. Okay, so repeat number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 and calculate average for 7 times. Okay, as you can see, from our general statement for process, okay, repeat. Okay, apa input kita? Okay, repeat input and find the output, calculate average. Okay, for okay, condition dia apa dia? 7 times. Okay, so output kita ialah 7 times of average number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4. Okay, awak boleh tulis 7 times average sajalah. Okay, okay, then example 3. Okay, still in the counter control. Okay, calculate sum of even numbers from 2 to 40. Okay, so dekat sini soalan example 3 ni pun kita dah specify, okay, what number that the program need to calculate. Okay, calculate the sum of even numbers, okay, from 2 to 40. Okay, so our input would be number lah. Okay, number, and then output sum of even number, sum. Then process, okay, repeat number until number equal to 40. Okay, and determine even number and calculate sum. Okay, for this example, actually dia punya proses tu we need to specify starting number dia lah. Okay, sebab dekat sini from number 2 to 40. Okay, so later in pseudocode we need to specify state the initial number counter dia. Okay, from 2 to 40. Okay, but in this IPO analysis, okay, proses tu kita just tulis repeat input and our condition dengan apa output yang kita nak lah. Okay, tapi secara detail kita akan buat dalam pseudocode nanti. Okay, okay, so as you can see in these 3 example, okay, all the value or how many repetition that the program needs to do. Okay, they have specific value. Okay, so we need to specify the counter. Okay, as this example is for counter controlled. Okay, it has definite numbers of input or repetition. Okay, so for second part, okay, I will explain about sentinel control. Macam nama Transformers pula kan. Okay, now let's continue with the sentinel controlled in repetition. Okay, so in this example, okay, create a program to calculate the total of marks entered by user until the user key in -1. Okay, so this program need to do the repetition until the user key in -1, means that this program do not know how many repetition that it needs to do. Okay, as long as the user enter any number, okay, that is not -1, so it will do the process. Okay, so our input will be mark. Okay, and our output will be total mark. Mark ni can be any number lah. Okay, boleh masuk nilai apa-apa nilai lah. Okay, sebab dia tak spesifik kat sini. Okay, so the process repeat until mark equal to -1 and calculate total mark. Okay, so dia tak ada counter dekat sini. Okay, as long as the user enter any number, okay, and then they will the program will repeat until -1. Okay, -1 ini kita panggil sentinel value. Okay, ataupun dummy value. Okay, okay, now let's go to example 2. Create a program to accept numbers input by user. Okay, print positive numbers only. Loop will only stop when user enters number 0. Okay, so kita analyse dulu question ni. Okay, problem ni. Okay, accept number. Okay, so this is our input. Okay, number input by user. Okay, and then print positive numbers only. Okay, the user maybe enter negative number. Okay, but the program only need to display positive number. Okay, as long as the user do not enter 0, it will continue to loop the program to repeat the action. Okay, so our sentinel value is 0. Okay, and then bila kita buat IPO, okay, input, okay, number, output, okay, positive number. Okay, and then process, okay, repeat, okay, repeat. Ini input kita until number equal to 0 and determine positive number. So dekat sini dia ada repetition and selection. Okay, ada dua lah. Okay, dalam repetition may have selection. Okay, so they select positive number and repeat until number equal to 0. Okay, and our output is positive number. Okay, so dekat sini sama jugalah. Okay, dia tak specify counter tu. Okay, dia boleh masukkan apa-apa nilai permula. Okay, dan akhir dia kalau user tu tekan kosong. Okay, and then last example for sentinel control. Okay, calculate the total temperature for a list of daily temperatures that will be entered by user. Okay, the calculation will stop when the value of temperature is negative 999. Okay, so what is our input? Daily temperature. Okay, because the user will enter the value of daily temperature. And then what is the output? Okay, tengok soalan ni, calculate the total temperature. Okay, so the output will be total temperature. Okay, the calculation will stop when the value of temperature is negative 999. So this is our condition. Okay, so for IPO analysis, okay, input daily temperature, process, repeat until daily temperature equal to negative 999 and calculate total of total of temperature. Okay, output total temperature. Okay, so in this example, we also do not know how many times the program need to do the repetition. Okay, as long as the daily temperature not equal to negative 999, the program will continue to repeat. Okay, so this example do not have a strict value or specified value of counter. Okay, so ini kita panggil sentinel control. Okay, so ini maksud sentinel control. What is sentinel control? Repetition. Okay, indefinite repetition, because it is not known in advance how many times the loop will be executed. Okay, kita tak state dia punya mula daripada berapa. Okay, and then kita tak specify okay, berapa kali dia nak buat looping tu. Okay, so kita ada sentinel value or signal value, okay, to indicate the end of data entry. Okay, the value of the variable is not strict or it is varied by user. Okay, user can enter any value or the program accept any value as long as it is not equals to the sentinel value. Okay, so this is the sentinel control repetition. Okay, the difference between counter control repetition. Okay, counter control repetition is a definite repetition loop, as the number of repetition is known before the loop begins executing. Okay, contoh macam example 1 tadi. Okay, we need to print the message for 10 times. Okay, so it has a counter. Control variable used is known as a counter. It has a counter to a specific value. So the value of the variable is strict. Okay, so itu je lah yang dia akan buat. Okay, dia tak boleh terima yang lain, dia tak boleh buat yang lain. Okay, so itu adalah beza antara sentinel control repetition dengan counter control repetition. Okay, So itu saja untuk repetition. Okay. So untuk lebih jelas, okay, awak boleh buat tutorial tutorial 4. Okay, that is about the repetition control structure. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask directly in the Telegram or directly WhatsApp or PM me. Okay. Okay, so as a summary, okay, today we learn about repetition control structure. Okay, so what is repetition? Repetition is a program that will perform one or more action repeatedly. Okay, until condition is true. Okay, and then you have two types of repetition. Okay, first is counter controlled, and second is sentinel controlled. Okay, so for counter control, okay, you have a counter value. Okay, and in sentinel control you have sentinel value. Okay, and then this is a definite number of repetition while for sentinel you have indefinite number of repetition. Okay, we don't know how many times the program will do the looping. Okay, and then for counter control, okay, the variables are strict, and for sentinel the variable varies by user. Okay, so in this repetition, okay, you have to do the IPO analysis, okay, by writing the process. Okay, the words that need to be put in the process must be repeat. Okay, repeat. Okay, repeat our input if you have any input. Okay, if you don't have input, okay, just repeat the output by how many times lah. Okay, repeat the input until okay the condition is true. Okay, to find the output. Okay, so ada tiga benda ni lah dalam proses. Okay, ada words repeat, until condition, okay, and then to find the output, apa output yang kita nak cari. Okay, so ini saja untuk hari ni. Okay, repetition with counter and sentinel control. Okay.